Hey guys, it's the Object Analyzer, aka TOSA. I think you guys will know that by now. But anyways, today we will be analyzing Blocky in the third video of my new series where I analyze object show characters. For now, we're starting with BFB, and today we have Blocky. And I know you guys have been recommending some characters, but I already had the thumbnail and the script made for this video, so that's why I'm not doing any recommended characters yet. But starting next week, I will be doing anybody that you guys recommend. So one of the characters recommended for me to do was Pie, another one was Donut, another one was Bubble, and Pencil, I believe. Those four were recommended, so I'll try to do those next week. But also, I said in the flower analyzing video, I said at the beginning that I would do these analyzing videos every Friday through Sunday, because that's when I have the most free time, since I don't really have school those days. But if you guys want, I could make an analyzing video like this every single day. I have no problem with doing so. There's really nothing wrong with it. But unless you guys want me to make theory videos during the weekend I make these analyzing videos. But I'll let you guys decide in the comments below. But let's start. But before we start, almost forgot, make sure to like and subscribe, guys. Today, as of right now, we just recently hit 540 subscribers. I'm happy. I'm glad 540 people thought that my content was worth following me and watching me every day for, at least. So thank you so much for that. The goal is 1,000. Again, not saying I don't appreciate the 540 of you, but I'm just saying that my goal ever since I started the channel was 1,000, and it still is. But right now, right now, I'm trying to hit 600 and 700. But yeah, hope you guys could like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And now let's actually begin. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Blocky from BFDI. With recommended characters, I'm gonna do in the future. Usually, I'm gonna start off with BFB because that's where they come from, or at least if they were a recommended character. But since Blocky's not a recommended character, he was one of the first 20 to compete, and he was one of the first option show people. Yeah, so Blocky, just like Flower and Spongy, we're gonna start with him and his whole journey. So starting in BFDI, Blocky he was not that great of a character, if I'm being honest. Okay, so we all know that, for those BFDI fans who stayed from the beginning, we all know that Blocky was kind of mean, not that good of a character. Like the rankings I said before, where that Flower was the meanest, then Golf Ball, then Snowball, then Pin, then whoever else. Yeah, Blocky's probably 5th or 6th, because him, Eraser, and Pen weren't the way they were at the time. But here's a little theory that I thought about. I think that at the time, Blocky was Jack and Jellify's favorite character, because you notice how he was the only character to have his own thing besides BFDI, like Blocky's Funny Doings International. Like, why did it have to be Blocky? Why couldn't it be another character? So maybe maybe Jack and Jellify made him mean like that, but probably because his little Blocky Funny Doing International thing, maybe that was gonna save him, or maybe that, since it was funny, probably people are gonna like him more and look past his meanness. I don't know. It's a little theory I had, not really much evidence. That's why I haven't made it a video yet, but I'm just gonna put it out there right now. So maybe at the time, Blocky was, maybe Blocky was their favorite. So yeah, but we'll probably never know, because obviously Jack and Jellify making the show and having 64 people to choose from, it's kind of being biased. But throughout the show and BFB and BFDIA and stuff, we haven't really seen anything pointing towards Blocky trying to get attention, or him getting favored over the others. In fact, if I'm being honest, he's probably getting treated lesser than the other contestants, maybe. But he is pretty funny though. So him being mean, he wasn't like an evil character, he was a mean funny character, just like Flower. Because there's a difference between being pure evil and manipulative, and then there's the people who try to be funny, but it's because it's funny. So I think you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'll say in BFDI, Blocky was that character. The reason he acted like that, I have no idea. Same thing for Flower. Also, for the spongy one, somebody told me, somebody in the comments, I forgot the name. Hopefully I'll credit you in the description. But somebody said that maybe the reason Spongy turned bad or turned mean at around BFB 14, 15 was because that since he was always made fun of, he just had enough. So maybe that could be why he turned mean, or why he turned, like a little aggressive. Maybe why, because I mean, if you get made fun of for like 5 years in human life, but 2 seasons in object show years, then that wouldn't really be fair. At that point you just lose it. I mean, if you were in his situation, then yeah, I think you do the same thing too. But back to Blocky. So Blocky, he wasn't in BFDIA or IDFB. He didn't compete, and yeah, again, that's probably why. Same thing with Flower. Flower, she didn't compete in BFDI, IDFB, but I think during that time while she wasn't competing, Flower was seen. Flower probably thought like maybe I should do something different, because obviously for BFDIA the viewers voted who they liked the most. So if you weren't voted into the season, that means you were doing something wrong, or at least you weren't doing something right that the viewers would appreciate or like. So Flower, she progressed from that, and because of that, she literally won BFB post-split, even though she didn't really battle all 64 contestants, because like 40 of them got taken away in one episode. But still, Flower, she kind of deserved her win. She's literally the definition of improvement. But Blocky, I do not think he did the same thing. He probably just didn't compete, and he probably just didn't really care. Maybe he didn't even think about it, because we didn't really see him in BFDI A or IDFB much, but we saw him in BFB, and honestly, the way that he changed, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so basically in the pre-split from BFB 1 to BFB 16, Blocky kind of stayed the same. Because he was around everybody. He wasn't really around the right people. He still had a racer pen, so he would goof around. He still had his old personality, his meanness, even a little bit after BFB post-split. So from BFB 1 to BFB 16, I don't know how he didn't get eliminated, honestly. Maybe because he was pretty funny. Honestly, if somebody were to put a poll, like if Jack and Joseph were to put a poll for who's the funniest character in BFB right now, I feel like Blocky would at least be a top 5 or top 3, maybe even the funniest person. I don't know about what you guys think, but for me, he's pretty funny. Not the funniest. Obviously, I think Gelatin's pretty funny too, but Blocky is pretty funny. So I think that's literally what carried him. Literally in BFDI when he was third eliminated. Yeah, when he was third eliminated, probably the reason he rejoined was because he was funny. But then he got eliminated at around the final 11, final 10 at the merge, so it didn't really work out well, but maybe that's why he rejoined. So I think Blocky, he just said, maybe if I keep the same personality but be funny, I might win this time, So maybe that's why he probably didn't change anything or his behavior at all, because he was funny. So from BFB 1 to BFB 16 again, he was just kind of funny, he would bully golf ball and tennis ball a little bit, but with his team and stuff, he literally joined his team because it said funny doings. So nothing really much there. He was kind of evil. Well, not evil, but he was kind of mean and stuff. But yeah, I'll say that between BFB 1 to BFB 16, he kept the same personality he had in BFDI. Now, BFB post-split is where the juicy things actually start to hit him. And by juicy things, I mean that's where he actually starts to change and realize what he's doing is wrong. But by like BFB 17, 18, 19, I won't say that he changed until about BFB 20. But anything before that, he still stayed the same. So around when he actually started to learn more about Woody, when the challenge in BFB 21, Let's Raid the Warehouse, when he gave Woody the box, Blocky literally thought that Woody would accept it and Woody would, be happy with it because of how scared he is and stuff. But it turns out that he was wrong. So Woody didn't like the gift. as those of you who saw the episode, you guys know, you guys saw. And I think that's when it hit him that Blocky thought he knew everything about Woody, because literally Woody got bullied by Blocky the most. There's no one bigger of a bully to Woody than Blocky. Everyone else is like probably after Woody Flower, but Woody just gets bullied by Blocky a lot, so I think after that challenge was when he just started changing towards Woody, and that affected his character overall, because he was talking to Taco a little bit in BFB 20, like around, he started hanging out with Taco a little bit around the space challenge and stuff. So I think after the Blocky scene, which Taco talked to him about before, like Woody maybe he doesn't like it and stuff, I think that's when he started getting nicer towards Woody. I think that's when he started changing, and I think that's when he started becoming better of a character. I mean, even in the finale, he was not in the finale, probably in the finale or before he even offered Woody, he said they might do adventures together. And also when Blocky was getting eliminated, that's when he told Woody to carry on his legacy, because Woody didn't really have an arc at that time. He was just like the kid that the character that the character contestant, sorry, the character that everybody just felt sympathy for. They just whine and complain he can't talk. So yeah, I mean, I guess Blocky kind of helped Woody develop in a way, and in the end, it developed himself too. So for the most part, in BFDI, IDFB, BFDIA, and BFB pre-split, he was mostly the same. So you could say for 8 years he stayed the same character, same person, but probably was because of Taco. I'd say that if Taco didn't join 4 in BFE 16 when it was the split, if Taco didn't stick with 4, I think Blocky would have stayed the same, because Taco and Woody, especially Taco, had a huge impact on Blocky developing. But yeah, I say that's my take. Maybe because of Taco and Woody, that's why Blocky changed, and maybe that's why he is the character that he is today. But remember, guys, that's just my perspective on it. I know we all have different perspectives on different characters. So, yeah, but I'll say that's the end. Thanks for watching. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.